back to it. Where was I? Mixtech has high liberty desire. They seem to think a lot of themselves. That's fine. Below my force limit and colonizing, I have a colonist. Hi, Maximus. So I've given it some thought since the last time I played this, and I'm really close to passing my reform, my last reform. In fact, I could do it now, but the Doom is collecting very slowly. This tooltip's missed. Oh, they fixed the tooltip. Okay. So it is a negative. So I could do without. I don't have anywhere to colonize, really. I've got the situation where I could take tribal expansion, reduce the Doom rate a little bit by how much? I don't know, probably 2 more. No, 4. So, reduce it by like 7. The number doesn't work. Anyway, I want to keep expanding up this coast and try to meet up with a Western power when they get here. But considering it's 1530, and I'm only seeing 1 Western power here in the first place, I did complete the colony. It might be faster just to wait till he takes another colony next to this. Wait till it's almost completed, then steal it, and peace out. But that might be risky. Can I teach you how to play? Well, for me the best way to learn this kind of games is just to do it. And that often means just getting completely crushed a couple of times. I mean, as I'm playing along I can try to note what I'm doing, but I don't know how good of a teaching experience that'll be. If you've got specific questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to answer. Now, how's this colony coming? I'm strongly considering conquering down south, although I don't think the Westerners are going to take all this tropical land. I'm not going to be good at colonizing it either. If I can westernize now, that would be really good. Let's see, your tech is 10, 9, 10 to my 4, 3, 4. The earlier I westernize, the cheaper it's going to be too. Well, big problem I have is that I can't colonize up the coast in pairs, only on my border, because we American countries don't have boats. You started as England and lost to France right away? Well, you're kind of... the game is kind of stacked against you at that start, so I wouldn't feel bad about losing to England. The 100 Years' War is supposed to be won by the French. You can win it as England, but it takes a lot of effort. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Colonization is what you can do if you have a colonist, which you typically get from the exploration... where's ideas? Exploration ideas, you get 2 colonists from that, and you can also get a colonist from expansion ideas. Right at the beginning of that. And they have to be within your colonial range, which... Ooh, I can take another... Oh, there we go, free colonies anyway. So I'm not going to take that last idea yet. Why can I not send it? Oh, I can't send it here. I feel like I should start colonizing anyway, now that I have them. And you can colonize, as time goes on, as your diplomatic tech goes up, you can colonize further and further away. So, as England, you'd probably end up colonizing North America, because it's the closest to you. So you just select an unoccupied territory and send a colonist. And it costs you money over time, and you'll typically want to protect it because there can be uprising events. It's an expensive endeavor with a long-term payoff. Prove legitimacy. Why is my legitimacy so low? I'll take that. Who are my I don't even remember who my vassals are. I like diplomatic, right? Okay, these are my vassals. I wonder if I keep this colonist after I westernize. As long as I don't change religion, it should, I think. What do you get? More force on that gold? You get, well, yeah. So, if you're colonizing the Americas versus colonizing, say, Africa and Asia, it's a little different. The Americas and Australia, as a Western power, when you colonize it, will eventually, after 5 colonies in a region, 5 completed colonies, and these are the regions, will create a colonial nation. So they'll be their own nation, they'll have their own points, they'll be a separate entity, but they'll pay you a certain amount. Kind of like a vassal would, though you typically get more from them, and they contribute to your force limit. So it does make you stronger, and it does make you richer, and you get half their trade power. I think it's half. But they do their own thing, and they raise their own armies, which ultimately means you actually have a larger army to call from. As the spring equinox and the planting season draws near, the time of that is upon us. The time has come to sacrifice all prisoners of war at the temple of Xipe Totec. Their blood will feed the gods, and their skins will be worn by their captors and the priests of the temple before being saved in the holy cave. Fate has rewarded us with many prisoners, and this time the festival is going to last for many days. Much blood will be spilled in the honor of the gods. Ooh. They all hate us anyway, so I really don't see a problem with gaining a stability and losing all my doom. Apparently it spawns another event though, so, you know, that could be bad. Oh, there it is. As part of the grander... Here we go. Tlakashipe Hualitli festival this year, the foremost among the captured warriors will be pitted against 4 of our best eagle and jaguar warriors, while tied to a sacrificial stone and armed with only a makwahil, a club with feathers instead of obsidian blades. In the unlikely event that the captive should survive the encounter with his first 4 adversaries, he will face one final left-handed fighter. Apart from pleasing the gods, the ceremony is immensely popular and is likely to attract a greater number of spectators. Hey, Vaynard! Well, I don't need the stability. So let the fight begin. The Feast of the Flaying Men is now over, and with it, the new planting season begins. The extravagant celebrations this year will likely be remembered for a long time to come. Also, can you briefly explain trade? Well, trade's a bag of worms. I just stuck my merchants in random zones collecting trade. You want to stick your merchants where you have the most trade power. So when you're trading, you have two options. As far as merchants go. So here, in the Mexico trade node, which is my home node, my main trading port, I control 82% of trade power. No, I control 28% of trade power. And trade power is distributed depending on the land people hold and their trade ships, of which there are none here. As England, you're going to want a lot of light ships patrolling for trade, and that'll greatly increase your trade power, because you're going to have a very large naval force limit. It'll make you more money than you spend supporting them too. So I'm collecting here, which earns me 2.26. I can also have my merchant forward the trade if it wasn't my main trade node, so up here, where he's also collecting. I could transfer trade power down to Mexico if I wanted, along this line, because that's the direction it flows. But for now I'm just collecting, because I don't think I would be making a whole lot more if I was shipping it down here instead. There's a bit to be said for transferring. If you're going long distances, like if you're Portugal and you've got control of Africa, you just transfer that stuff up to Sevilla, and you can make a lot of money. I honestly don't know the nitty-gritty of how it works. I usually fiddle with it until I figure out what makes me the most money. Why am I losing money? Colony maintenance. That's fine. That is okay. Is France colonizing anymore? That makes me nervous. They're either spending a lot of money and don't want to make another colony, or they've got something else going on. Oh, it's England! Alright. I wish they were further south. Diplomatic insult. Ease the tension.